I had been working at Hillcrest Hospital in Southside Oklahoma City as a unit secretary, where in the early 80s here, probably 1980, I had gotten my certificate for that job here and done my clinicals at Hillcrest, and they hired me. And I worked there until I started, and well, through the time I was going to school here as a nursing student. Worked full-time and then went to school full-time. I thought at first I wanted to be like my dad and be a hospital administrator, but deep down inside I knew it was nursing. I think it instilled in me the desire to not stop with OCCC in my ADN. I really felt that I needed to go on, that they showed me that I had the knowledge and the drive to continue, and I did. And it also made me less afraid of having to work while I went to school, because I knew I could do it.
And Terri Walker did do it. While pursuing her undergrad and advanced degrees, she worked at Hillcrest Hospital as a staff RN, a charge nurse over medical surgical operations, and she also worked for a time in the area of hospice as a client care coordinator.
And I took care of patients that were dying. That opened my eyes to end stage. That was a very good experience for me because I got to see the disease processes at the end stage, and I think that gave me a better picture of people as they go through the different stages of illness, or just the fact that the ones that get well and get to go home, a better appreciation of our part in getting them home. But also when I worked for hospice, I think it gave me more compassion and understanding on how to be with somebody when they were leaving the earth.
After working in hospice for a while, Terri turned her focus to a slightly different type of patient care.
Labor and delivery is so much fun. Now I'm bringing life into the world, so it's a little bit different. And sometimes there's some scary moments. You have babies that don't do quite so well at birth, but I tell you, it's a nice thing when you're going to the grocery store and someone comes up to you, remember him, you were there for his delivery. So that was just another aspect. I really enjoyed that.
Med-surg, hospice, labor and delivery, administration. Terri dealt with widely varied disciplines during the first half of her career, but she had a persistent longing throughout to do one more thing.
I just think, and I had a goal, and that goal was to come back here and teach. So you had to have a master's to teach. So when I was ready, I went back and I did my bachelor's and my master's almost in succession, and then came back shortly after I got out of school for my master's. When I first started, I came in, and within 2 weeks I was teaching my first classes. That was the scariest thing in my life.
Terri quickly got over that fear and wound up teaching in the OCCC nursing program for 12 years, also serving as assistant director, associate director, and acting director of the program. Over that span of time, she saw a lot of change and great progress.
The biggest change, I think, is our lab. I mean, we've probably got one of the, and this is being, since I'm around other schools now, we've probably got one of the best simulation labs in the state. I really think it was the trendsetter for all other schools in Oklahoma. I think every change that we've made has been for the betterment of the program, and I think it shows in their pass rates, which have been in the 90s for a long time now. And a lot of the students are sought after in the community too. And I've seen that just as when I was teaching here. You go out to the clinical sites and then all the staff of the hospitals would be bragging about the students. But they just do a good job out there in the community, and a lot of them are being hired right and left. I mean, they get hired before they even graduate. So I always thought that was good. That's always a testament to the teaching staff here. I think they put out some pretty good, they put out a lot of leaders, a lot of great nurses.
In 2016, Terri left OCCC for an opportunity with the State Board of Nursing, where she serves all nursing programs as the nursing education consultant. But she still has a soft spot, of course, for OCCC.
Basically what I do is I'm the liaison between the nursing programs and the board. I think that's the biggest aspect. When they have a problem, they call and we discuss and try to look at the rules and see what they need to do to fix the problem. I keep an eye on the program to see how they're doing. You know, I can't really play favorites anymore, but I went to school here, so I am a little bit more partial since I did go to school here. I want them to continue to put out what I've seen them put out since I started here.
Terri has a lot of pride in the OCCC nursing program that she's had such a hand in building.
I'm proud that I was able to provide care to people that needed it, but I also am proud of the fact that I helped produce more nurses. Not produce like it's like an assembly line, but I helped to train nurses or nursing students to bring them into the market because we have a shortage. And I think just from the quality of the students that we sent out into the world, I'm really proud of that.